Hello, I'm Peter Bergman. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be updating you with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is an absolutely wild day in the soap universe, and we have to talk about the bombshells dropping in Genoa City right now. Grab your strongest coffee and buckle up, because the drama we are about to unpack is off the charts. Let's get right into it. Okay, I literally cannot believe this. Can we please process this mess together? Might delete this later, but I seriously can't stay silent about this anymore. Please tell me I'm not the only one losing my mind over this. Listen, I just hit record at 3 a.m. because my brain is actively melting out of my ears, and I am spiraling through a chaotic feedback loop of transcendent hype and absolute narrative betrayal. Basically, I am running on 0 sleep, 3 energy drinks, and pure, unadulterated existential dread over what the writers are doing to us right now. Unbelievable, guys, what's going on here. We are looking at a total game changer that is rewriting decades of lore. Sharon and Phyllis teaming up to save Diane. Suddenly, the sky is falling, pigs are flying, and hell has officially frozen over. Look, I am honestly spiraling. Basically, these two women have been trying to destroy each other since the dawn of time, and now they are a superhero duo? Wait, why are we like this? Why am I low-key obsessed with this toxic alliance? Listen, we have to look at the raw data of what just went down at Society and Crimson Lights to even begin to understand this psychic damage. Basically, Phyllis is currently spiraling completely out of control. She was just forcefully ejected from Newman Enterprises, a major flex by Victor, honestly. Because that man is ruthless and she is desperate for some kind of emotional anchor. So she goes to Daniel, her own son, and Daniel, he absolutely obliterates her. He serves her a rejection so cold it would freeze fire. He basically tells her she hasn't learned a single thing from her mistakes and that she is just playing the victim again. And look, honestly, he's not entirely wrong. Daniel has decades of trauma from Phyllis's chaotic parenting. But suddenly, who is watching this entire tragic train wreck unfold? Sharon and Noah. Sharon Newman, of all people, is witnessing Phyllis hit absolute rock bottom in the middle of a public restaurant. Okay, wait, why are we like this? Why is Sharon suddenly the patron saint of Phyllis Summers' mental health? Listen, Sharon watches Phyllis storm out of society, completely shattered, and instead of gloating, which, let's be real, historical Sharon would have thrown a literal party with confetti and a DJ she feels times empathy. Sharon points out to Noah that Phyllis actually needs to be recognized. She needs control after whatever the heck happened at the clinic. Basically, Sharon realizes that if Phyllis is treated like a total outcast, she is going to go full supervillain again. So Sharon tracks her down at the coffee house. Sharon Newman is actively giving Phyllis a pep talk at Crimson Lights. I am screaming, this is a total game changer. Sharon is literally pushing Phyllis to prove Daniel wrong, to fight back, and to not give up. She is validating her. And this, my friends, is where the absolute lore-shattering climax kicks in. Suddenly, this mutual understanding, this bizarre trauma bonding over being the town pariahs, pivots into the most insane mission objective in Y&R history, saving Diane Jenkins. Look, Diane is the ultimate wild card. And the fact that Sharon and Phyllis, who honestly both have a million reasons to leave Diane to the wolves, are teaming up to pull her out of the fire is a major flex. Basically, Phyllis needs a crusade to prove she isn't just a selfish victim, and Sharon needs to manage the chaos before it swallows Genoa City whole. So they form this unholy alliance. Honestly, it's giving me whiplash. My mind is completely blown by the sheer audacity of this plot twist. Whoa, I've really gone off chasing butterflies into another dimension. Bringing the signal back, let's stick to the script. We need to deep dive into the historical context here because newer fans might not grasp the sheer terminal velocity of this team-up. Listen, Sharon and Phyllis are the original mortal enemies. We are talking about decades of stolen husbands, paternity test tampering, physical brawls in designer dresses, and enough psychological warfare to fund a military campaign. Nick Newman basically spent his entire youth bouncing between these two like a very confused, very handsome ping pong ball. Remember the Restless style magazine days? Remember the hotel stairs? For them to sit at a table at Crimson Lights, look each other in the eye, and agree to cooperate, IT is literally breaking the fabric of reality. I am honestly shaking just thinking about the sheer weight of their history being pushed aside for this. Let's break down Phyllis's raw psychology right now, because it is a fascinating, chaotic mess of jump cuts and shattered ego. Basically, Phyllis is a cornered animal. Victor stripped her of her corporate power at Newman. Daniel stripped her of her maternal validation, and the clinic incident stripped her of her dignity. She is dangerously close to a total catastrophic meltdown. But suddenly, Sharon hands her a lifeline. Sharon basically says, I see you. I know you're not a quitter. By giving Phyllis a mission, saving Diane, Sharon is brilliantly redirecting Phyllis's destructive energy into something productive. It's a low-key obsession of mine how manipulative yet healing this is. Phyllis is jumping into this Diane rescue mission not because she suddenly loves Diane, let's be real. She probably still wants to push Diane into a pool, but because she desperately needs a win. She needs to be the hero to prove Daniel wrong and reclaim her narrative. And what about Sharon? Look, honestly, Sharon's evolution here is a massive flex. She has gone from the perpetual victim to the ultimate Genoa City therapist. She knows exactly what it feels like to be the town outcast, to have everyone look at you like you're broken and beyond repair. She sees that exact same desperation in Phyllis's eyes. Wait, actually maybe Sharon is just using Phyllis to do the dirty work? No, I think Sharon is genuinely trying to help. Or maybe she is. I don't even know anymore. I am contradicting myself because this show is making me crazy. But basically, Sharon realizes that a bored, desperate Phyllis is a dangerous Phyllis. Pointing her at Diane's crisis is the ultimate distraction technique. It's brilliant, it's terrifying, and it's honestly the best thing Sharon has done in years. Now, let's talk about the target of this rescue mission, Diane Jenkins. Listen, the fact that Diane is the catalyst for the Sharon-Phyllis truce is poetic cinema. Diane has been the absolute thorn in everyone's side for years. The history between Phyllis and Diane alone involves faked deaths, framing, and absolute hysteria. Remember when Diane faked her own murder and let everyone, including Phyllis, take the fall? For Phyllis to suddenly play the white knight for Diane, it is hysterical. I literally cannot process the irony of this situation. Basically, the writers are taking the three most polarizing, volatile women in Genoa City and tossing them into a blender on high speed. Will they save Diane, or will they accidentally destroy her in the process? Honestly, with Phyllis at the helm, the collateral damage is going to be astronomical, and I am entirely here for it. Look, while all this is happening, we have Audra Charles acting completely out of character too. Basically, Audra is hugging Holden Novak in the park because Malcolm is getting discharged from the hospital. Wait, why are we like this? Everyone is acting like they've been body snatched. Audra is showing vulnerability, Sharon is saving Phyllis, and Phyllis is saving Diane. It's like the writers flipped a switch and inverted the entire moral alignment of Genoa City. Honestly, Holden is right to be suspicious of Audra wanting to go to Noah's club opening, but let's be real. The true drama isn't Audra and Sienna Bacall, it's the nuclear fallout of the Sharon and Phyllis alliance. And meanwhile, what is Victor doing? Listen, Victor is literally holding Matt hostage at the ranch, making him shower and change clothes like some kind of twisted psychological experiment. He's testing his sincerity while handing Chancellor over to Lily Winters. Lily is ecstatic. Kane is stepping up to run the company, but all I can think about is how Victor's corporate games pale in comparison to the absolute street-level warfare Sharon and Phyllis are about to unleash. Basically, Victor thinks he's the puppet master of Genoa City, but he has no idea that the real power shift is happening right under his nose at Crimson Lights. Look, we also have to talk about how this is going to impact the rest of the canvas, because the ripple effects are going to be catastrophic. Nick and Noah are literally standing right there on the sidelines. Noah is hyping up the grand reopening of his nightclub, The Shadow Room, totally unaware that his mother and his ex-stepmother are forming a covert Black Ops team. And Nick? Nick is already stressed out of his mind dealing with Victor's insane psychological torture of Matt at the ranch, and Victor handing Chancellor over to Lily, which is going to absolutely break Nikki's heart. When Nick finds out that Sharon and Phyllis are working together, his brain is going to short circuit. He is going to lose whatever tiny shred of sanity he has left. Honestly, I am low-key obsessed with the idea of Nick walking into Crimson Lights and seeing Sharon and Phyllis plotting over lattes. He might actually pass out on the floor. Basically, this entire storyline is a masterclass in chaotic storytelling. It's a total game changer that forces us to reevaluate everything we know about these legacy characters. Sharon acting as the emotional anchor for Phyllis, Phyllis weaponizing her desperation to save Diane, and the entire history of their bitter rivalry serving as the explosive backdrop for this insane mission. Suddenly, I am wide awake. I am so deeply invested in this mess that I can't even see straight. This is why we watch, guys. This is the unhinged, zero-filter drama that keeps us coming back decade after decade, screaming at our screens. We are witnessing history being rewritten in real time. I am going to need at least 5 business days to recover from this psychic damage. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I absolutely need to know that I am not spiraling alone in the void.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.